Prasanna showed me the film. I liked the way he treated. And then he said that he wants to remake the film. I said, that's a long journey. Because if you want to change the milieu, you want to bring it here, it's a long process. So I always say that taking an original film and writing it, original concept and writing it is much easier than going for an idea which has already been, we have seen on the screen.
Right.
So yeah, Prasanna came, then we took time. It was 1.5 years of writing, and then Ayushmann Bhumi on board. Things moved on.
Yeah, it was in 2000, I think 2-3 years back when I met Prasanna for the first time with Sandeep Nair, one of the creative associates of Anand sir. And it was in YRF, and he told me about the one-liner of the script, that it's about erectile dysfunction or performance anxiety, male performance anxiety. And he said, this is like Vicky Donor of the South in 2013. And I was really amazed that a topic which is completely the opposite, diametrically opposite of Vicky Donor was made in South, and I saw like great potential in it. So after 3 years, he came back again and narrated me the story with the script writer Hitesh Kevalia, and I was shooting for Bareli Ki Barfi that time, and I heard the script. I immediately said yes to it, and the reason was also that Anand sir was supporting, backing this project, because if he's around, then you get that confidence that it'll be a family entertainer, it'll be a clean film.
Honestly, the script and the concept, when I'd heard the narration, I didn't know what the film was about at all until the biscuit girna scene happens, right? Until then, I was like, okay, interesting characters, beautiful world, fantastic dialogues, great story. Then the biscuit scene came, and I literally stood up and did a slow clap, because I was like, this is path breaking, yeah. And in totality, the script is hilarious. It's a beautiful family film, and what intrigued me was that how the writers have taken this subject that is such a sexual taboo, and they've turned it into a family entertainer. That rarely happens in our films. Most of the times, if they pick up a subject like this, which rarely happens, they turn it into a sex comedy. Yeah. This is a family film. I was very intrigued that there was such a strong love story over here. The characters were characters that you'll remember, and that's a speciality, I think, that like films from Anand sir's school of thought, the characters are always really celebrated. So as an actor, that's a very big carrot that you have, because these Mudit and Sukanda are... Yeah. Carrot. Yeah, correct. Of course. Yeah.
I can say I have 45 years of experience in this. I'm 45 plus now. So my upbringing, my parents, my family, and then my friends, and then my colleagues, that had led me to this film, And there I know what I have to take care of when I have to show this film to my family. So when I say my family, it's the larger India, So because this is what we are. We are middle class people. We have that kind of thought process. So it was not tough, but yeah, we all were very responsible towards it. In fact, even Ayushmann Bhumi, when they were doing scenes, they knew inside that it has to reach the audience, the right audience, the families. Right. And it's like, it's a time for every subject. It was time for this kind of subject to come up. We as an audience, we were ready to see this kind of film. And this is the changing middle class. I can easily say that it's a changing middle class. This will make us laugh together, understand each other in a better way, and go little, how to put it, easy on the talks. Let's not shy away from things. Let's open up. It's not dirty. It's actually better. Any kind of problem. Here we are dealing with this problem. You can take any kind of problem. You can solve by talking. You can solve by communicating. So this film promises you that. Two intelligent people who will understand the reason to tell a story. It's very simple.
Okay.
They really, when they read the script and they come up with their own perspective on the script, from where they're coming. And yeah, I'm really proud of both of them that too early in their life, they are aware of, actually they don't talk about it, but they are very much aware of cinema and especially Indian cinema, where it is right now and where it has to go. So yeah, for a film like this, I needed two very responsible, brilliant actors, and they are here.
I think the equation has just gotten better. During Dum Laga Ke Aisha, Ayushmann and I were colleagues, and now we are friends. But the thing is that where our performances are concerned, we were always, we really work hard on our characters. And I think we are just two actors that perform, that are in character and perform it to the T. That's why our chemistry is so crackling. Because in Dum Laga Ke Aisha, we weren't friends. Now we are friends, and I think our chemistry is still intact and, if anything, stronger. And I think we are very comfortable with each other. Working with each other is a lot of fun because we really encourage each other's craft. And I think there isn't any difference here. I think we've just evolved more as actors. He's just become a way better actor.
Same with Bhumi, in fact. I think, she's in the first film. It's difficult to tell that she was a first timer that time, but she performed like a pro in the first film. That's why she got all the debut awards for Dum Laga Ke Aisha. And apart from that, I think the chemistry is mostly based on the material in the script and the actors, and this one thin line which you cannot really define the logic behind chemistry. There could be great chemistry between two colleagues and no chemistry between two good friends on screen. So this is something magical which happens on screen. I firmly believe in that.
I think it is just actors doing their job right.
Yeah, that's also...
If your characters have chemistry on paper, I think actors just enhance it more.
That's the flip side of playing a guy with performance anxiety, that men don't talk about it. Touchwood, I've not gone through this. But at the same time, I've not met anybody who's gone through this. Maybe they go through it, but they do not talk about it. Yeah. So I think there was no reference as such as, to play a character with performance anxiety or erectile dysfunction. But, you can still tune yourself and, think about a guy who's slightly complexed with a certain physical trait. And then you have to again tread a very thin line where you need to be conscious of the fact that you're suffering from this as a character. And so you can't go overboard with fun in the film. The fun may happen around you, but you can't do that at the same time. So you need to tread that thin line as a character and an actor. So yeah, that's the way I tune myself for this character.
What are you?
I mean, I'm not suffering from anything in the film apart from the suffering that his character is giving me. But you know what happens? That this is the beauty about this film is that it's not about a boy who's in isolation suffering from this problem. Okay, it's a love story. It's a couple's issue. Now, as Ayushmann rightly said, that boys don't discuss this. Men in our country, if they're suffering from this, half of the time they're in denial. So it really turns into a very big problem. Sorry,
actually, families won't discuss.
Yes. Families to no chance. If you can't discuss it with your partner, family to matlab, And the thing is that what happens is I've had a lot of girls that have come and spoken to me about it, but they don't go speak to their partner, and the reason being that they are just scared that their relationship will get even more spoiled, because how do they go tell their partner that, you're not performing in bed, there's a problem, let's go to a doctor. Okay, and in our country, men have attached so much pride, ego and respect with that one genital organ of theirs that if you go tell them something, they really feel like they are inferior to everybody else, because of which they develop so many complexes. The girls develop complexes because they are like, do I have a problem? Am I not attractive enough? Does he not love me? Is he cheating on me? It could be anything, right? So as Anand sir said even earlier, the main crux of this film is that communicate with your parents, communicate with your partner, and treat this as a problem that is as regular as maybe a fever or just a broken leg.
In fact, my experiences have not been that varied because I'm married since quite a long time now. Never been to a lot of relationships in life. So I think in every relationship, be it this film or any other film, it really helps if you are in a long-term relationship. You know the partner's needs and how you adjust yourself in a certain situation. So I think you're well equipped with that kind of experience. But apart from that, yeah.
After I've been married in all my films, I've just realized that I really go for the wrong boys in my films, because there always is some sort of trouble that starts, right? So I know in my real life I'm going to be super okay. Does he have a toilet? Does he have a problem with overweight women? Does he have any other problems? I'm going to check. There's going to be a checklist. But yeah, films really, there are characters. Luckily, all the characters that I have played, they've really contributed to my life. I think in some ways they've made me more humble as a person because of the way these girls are, the kind of struggles they have to deal with. I did not have to deal with those struggles, be it even when I was, be it any of the characters that I've done. So they've definitely made me more humble. You sort of get in, it gave me a connect with an entire population that I did not know. There was an entire section of the society that I was unaware of, their problems I was unaware of, and my characters have really helped me connect with them and understand what real India is. So I'm really grateful that I get to do these roles. Honestly, after doing Dum Laga Ke Aisha, it added a lot of credibility to me as an actor, and I think we both, okay? And we've just been lucky that we have been getting such roles, For me, I'm an urban girl, I'm a Bombay-born girl, so the kind of roles that I play on screen have nothing to do with me. I don't know that girl, I don't know that world. So it's a bigger challenge for me. But I guess we always attract roles that require certain sort of performance, that have enough content in it because we've been associated with those films. But I want to wear a yellow sari and dance under the rain. This is like, we've grown up watching commercial films and we appreciate it, but I feel commercial films have changed today. Now you can do the same thing with some intelligence in it and with some meaning in it. You can still be getting wet under the rain, doing tip tip barsa pani, but with some context to it.
No, there is no strategy to it. The only thing I knew that I like the idea, I like the director, and then it's a process. I can't pinpoint that now then we sat on the screenplay. Or the only thing I told my writer and the director that enjoy the milieu, go see the world. If you're placing it in Delhi and Haridwar, spend some time, understand people, understand the dialect, and it will help you to create a better Mudit, a better Sugandha with which audience can identify. No. I try to push it on other directors. Till it is not happening, then I take it on myself.
And Prasanna is also very, I see a lot of Anand sir and Prasanna, the kind of people they are. They're very warm. And Prasanna is such a new age director, he's technically very sound. Because he comes from, the southern industries. Anyways, technically very strong. He knows exactly what he wants. His energies, his sensibilities are very clear for the film, I think we all really got along because our sensibilities matched. There was one source of energy where we all just put in our thoughts. We
generally have this notion that down south, the directors, especially Tamil or Telugu cinema, they're slightly loud with the sensibilities, but he is so subtle that goes with the thread of a film.
Yeah.
At the same time, he's the youngest director we've ever worked with. He's my age. This is the first time we have पहले नाम से बुलाया उसे प्रसन्ना
no sir or ma'am
हमेशा sir और ma'am रहा है. So this is like quite a welcome change. The energy on the set was also very young. Average age was around 30, so we had a lot of fun.
मैं तो कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा.
मैं भी नहीं बोलूँगी.
हम भी कुछ नहीं बोल सकते यार.
इस पे नहीं. We just hope the film gets a lot of love and respect. Yeah. We all dig that. All our films have gotten that. So we are used to that sort of love and respect. And I think the economics of it, though, we are.
How will we? I think you can't
understand.
Yeah.
We are happy with the journey, and I think God is kind to us.
Yeah,
we'll sail through.
I feel happy if the film do well. That's there, and I'm always there to support, to tweet about the films, or maybe make a video about to promote the film. And I think it should be like that. The idea is to have your own niche, own space in the industry. And I think I have that certain niche in the industry, and I'm really happy with it.
The good thing about Ayushmann's work is that whether his films are a success or they aren't, he shines in them. He shines in them, and I think as an actor, because as an actor, he's really doing his role to the T, right? So I think it's somewhere just equates the whole thing that, it's okay. If I'm not saying it's okay if the film does well, but that you've not done a mediocre job. That's very hard for an actor to take, right? I'd be so scared.
Another thing that goes with both of them, they're very hard, with all their talent, they're very hardworking also. So they know once they are through with one journey, they have done their bit. Genuinely, they have done their bit with every film. We moved on. Yeah. We wanted to make a good film. We realized with all three of us there and the director Sameer, we sat and decided that the journey we wanted to go for, it's not going in that direction. So, respecting the story, let's not go for something which we won't be able to achieve. So it was a very mutual decision of not going for it.